Hello, this is Alan here from Irish Web Solutions. How are you doing? Now, I want to talk about the very first thing you should do in any marketing campaign. And marketing is a conversation. So, for example, if I go out to a client and I'm sitting in his office and he has these issues, I have wages to pay, I have bills to pay, and we have our overheads and expenses. So I need this amount of money coming in. So how do we market in a way that we can ensure that there's this amount of money coming in to cover my expenses, or we set up marketing goals or whatever. But we're having a conversation. So I'm sitting down listening to him. He's talking to me, and we're having a conversation back and forth. Now the problem with online marketing, whether that's blogging, video marketing, social media, whatever it happens to be, or AdWords, or just your website itself, whatever it happens to be, it feels like a one-way conversation. And marketing is never a one-way conversation. And that's why what's really important with marketing online is your customer avatar. Now, I haven't made up the customer avatar. This has been used in marketing for quite a while, but it's very important online. And the reason is because if you are talking online, you need to talk to somebody. And it's a one-on-one conversation to the effect that if someone's reading your blog post, that one person's reading your blog post. But when you're writing a blog post, doing a video, creating information for your website, it's actually one to many, because there could be tens to hundreds to thousands of people reading or watching what you've done. But when you're doing it, it's got to be one-to-one. You've got to be talking to one person. And that one person you're talking to is your customer avatar. And what your customer avatar will cover is things that are similar with all your customers. So all your customers have something that's similar between them. And I don't know what that is right now. That's what your customer avatar is for. So the first thing you need to do is the way I like to do it anyway is first of all, I think of the person who would normally buy in my area. So let's take web for example, and you normally want to assign a sex to the person. You may want two customer avatars of two different sexes depending on how the market works out. Or you may, if your market is over 70% male or over 70% female, you would definitely just give it one specific sex to the customer avatar. Now, so for example, if you're selling shoes or handbags, or you're in women's fashions, your customer avatar is obviously going to be female. In some other areas, I'm trying to think of an area which is exclusively male now, and I cannot actually think of it. But there will be other areas where your customer avatar should be male. And there's other areas where you should have two customer avatars, one of male and one of female. I also like to name the customer avatar. So let's say I'm going to think for the web, the customer avatar. One customer archetype for the web is, for social media specifically, is a marketing manager or a social media manager who has joined a company. Now, yeah, the issue with this is the marketing manager or social media manager could be male or female, but I'll just pick one. I'm going to give him the name of Joe. It's going to be a man. He's going to be between 30 and 40. Let's just give him an age. He's 44. He works in an office. He's in an office each day. Now this is just brainstorm, but you would write this down and you would work it out. He's in an office. He comes into an office every day. He has two kids. He has one wife. His wife looks after the home. He has a number of people he needs to deal with on a daily basis. He needs to deal with graphic designers. He needs to deal with content writers. He needs to deal with web people, and he needs to know what software he needs to use in order for the web. So and this is getting into the next stage, which is working out the information needs of this person. So this person has information needs. For example, he needs to know about things like whatever social media items can organize his work. So things like Sprout, and there's other ones not coming to mind at the moment. There's other software that'll make his life a lot easier. Now, so we've said his name is Joe. He's 44. He works in an office each day. He comes in and out of the office each day. He drives a Mazda. That's a couple of years old, and he has KPIs that KPIs are just key performance indicators. Basically, they're goals. But there are also goals that you can be measured by that shows that if you have achieved what you have planned to achieve. So he has a number of KPIs that he needs to achieve, and he needs to achieve them in the simplest possible way. So your goal now as a marketer is to connect with this person. Yeah, you're probably going to write even more. I would suggest writing as much as possible about this person. You've really got to connect with this person, and you've really got to know who they are, and not, I was going to say to be this person. You don't need to be this person, but you really got to understand this person, know who they are, know what their information needs are first, because that's how you're going to initially connect with them, by supplying their information needs, and hopefully later on supplying their needs, as in what they need to buy for their business, because this particular person needs to obviously buy a lot of things. He needs to buy anything that's going to make his work easier. Now, so that's a quick overview, just building your customer avatar. This is really, really, really important. I might have just skated over here a little bit, but it's seriously important. It's the very, very first thing you should do. So I've done these for a whole different bunch of industries. I've done them for cycling industry, insurance industry, obviously the web and social media industry, but you can build a different customer avatar. I had a customer avatar for the insurance industry. Her name was Jane. She worked as a customer service manager in an office. Had 2 kids. Was quite busy and stressed. Looked after all the insurance for the family. Kept all her documents beside the microwave, and that was her place to keep all the important insurance documents. But she looked after all the insurance, so she would have. So then, once you know who it is that's looking after this area, you have to think about what they would, how they would search for information, look for information. And if you know them well enough, you'll know. Jane will check online. Will check 4 or 5 different places online to try to find the best quote. She's very rushed, so she doesn't have a lot of time, but she will spend 20 minutes checking a few places online to find the best quote. Let's go to the cycling industry. We have Robert, who is an amateur cyclist. He's in a club. He works as a mechanic, and he loves cycling. So he's going to buy bikes. He's also going to buy the all the accessories around the bike. Bicycle stands, the clothes, the right cycling gear. I guess you don't call it clothes. The right cycling gear, and he's also going to be interested in little gadgets. He likes little gadgets and things like that. So he's going to be all the time searching online for information about the cyclists that he likes. Like he likes Stephen Roach and other people like that. So I guess I'm showing my age now. Stephen Roach might not be that interesting anymore in the cycling world, but I guess I don't know who is taking over from Stephen Roach as the interesting people in the cycling world right now. But he's going to be searching online for information about bikes. He likes Shimano. He wants to understand as much information about what makes cycling. He wants to be able to cycle fast. He cycles racing bikes, likes them more than mountain bikes. And of course, you can create different customer avatars. There can be a different customer avatar for the customer who likes mountain bikes, and that's completely different from Rob, who's more into the racing and just likes the cycle. He likes the social aspect of cycling in his club, and he's into cars. He's a mechanic. He's into cars as well. So he's into bikes and cars. But that's just basically what you do to create your customer avatar. Now I'm just saying it, but what you really need to do is write these things down, give them a name. I would even go as far as going to somewhere like Dreamstime and taking a picture of a person who looks like your customer avatar and adding a picture, a face to the actual person. So when you're writing, now when I'm writing, I'm not writing a general blog post anymore. I'm making a general video. I'm actually writing a blog post for Rob, who needs information about, he likes information about cycling. And I would even go to the next stage. Rob should be my hero. So there's some amazing things about Rob that we don't know about, and he's really good to his kids. He looks after his kids, and he goes cycling with his kids, and he just spends so much time with them. It's a great connection with his kids, and he loves cycling. And but what we really need to do is, Rob is not as interested in the products, cycling products, as he is in himself. He also is a lot more interested in Rob than he is in anything else. So if we can make Rob the hero, talk about Rob, and it's like the Steve Jobs ad. Here's to the crazy ones. I don't know if you know it. I might link to it if I can find it. But here's to the crazy ones, where he's making the people who buy Macs the heroes. And it's the same. If it's cycling, you should be making the people who buy bikes the heroes. What's interesting and fun and exciting about them. And also, and if it's web or social media, you should make the people who understand social media and really make it work, make them the heroes. And what was the other example? Insurance, yeah. So insurance, Jane was the name, yeah. So Jane, who looks after all the insurance for the family, she looks after her kids, and she is stressed. She has a lot to do. She works as well as a customer service manager. So we've got to make Jane the hero. And that's basically run through of how you set up your customer avatar. But it's the first thing you should do, and it's the most important thing, because once you have the customer avatar created, then all your marketing is focused at that specific avatar. Obviously, there might be 3 or 4 different avatars depending on the market. Like for instance, I have a client who sells beautiful designer radiators, and he has a customer avatar which is the a woman in a house who wants to make her house beautiful. Actually, probably already has a beautiful house and wants to enhance it with an incredible designer radiator, or a number of incredible designer radiators. And of course, there's another archetype which is the architect or the builder who wants to who's buying radiators probably for the other archetypes. So we in a way, yeah, we have to appeal to both, and probably have completely different separate marketing campaigns for both, depending on what the type of person is. Sometimes you can have the exact same marketing campaign to 3 or 4 different customer archetypes. So just wanted to bring you through setting up your customer avatar. I have gone through it quickly here. I haven't gone into detail because I don't want to make really long videos, but I would suggest that if it is something that connects with you, if you feel like, yeah, I should create a customer avatar, I should be talking to this person, there's loads of information online about customer avatars. I'm sure if you search in Google for customer avatar, you'll find lots and lots of information. But this has just been a quick overview. So this is Alan from Irish Web Solutions. If you do need assistance with social media campaigns, marketing, just call me. It's 01 515 5151. That's 01 515 5151.